Sorry, I gotta take.
In the middle of filming. Welcome back to the Broken Vinyl Podcast, guys. Thank you guys for giving me a week of coping with a loss in the family. Thank you for that. Thank you for understanding.
For that, my bad.
No thumbs up for death. No.
Shit.
It's just thank you guys for understanding and just appreciating the content whenever it comes out. We are here today with one returning guest and one entirely new one. We found him off the street. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Found him on a discount. So let's introduce ourselves, starting with Alan.
Hello, my name is Alan. I'm glad to be back.
It's good to have you back. And who the fuck are you?
So, I'm actually Big Quan. I'm the drug dealer that they found off the street, and so they were looking for like an eighth. I'm not selling that cheap, so I'm like, trying to sell like a zip or an ounce. But
We're just hoping this can get enough views to get me there.
I'm hoping, I'm really hoping.
No, but for real.
Hit him up
Let's
on
let
local
them
drug
know
dealer.
that you're not a real person.
No, yeah, for sure. No, for real. Let me stop trolling so they know who I am. Alright, so my name is Alex. I've known these two for my whole life pretty much, and I just really wanted to get on this show because it inspired me to see him really pursue his content creation and really put out this effort and put out this amazing energy that he aspires to be, and that I really look up to, and I really adore that.
I appreciate that, man. You didn't have to say all that, but I really do.
I
appreciate
was
real
zoning
talk.
out. I was playing with this.
No, you're good, bro. Real talk. Real talk.
It's good to have those types of friends that show the appreciation. Some that are just there for the mark.
It's a fun time. I like this.
I'm here for the little things.
Speaking of little things, I've been chugging this too much.
Chugging.
Bro, where's your H2O?
It turned to orange.
It just went and disappeared. Like, we're all stacked up on water, but Alan was
Stacked
just
up
like,
my ass. You just got one bottle from my
Alan was
house.
just too a little impatient with his. So you have
Dehydrated later
to
on.
you have to excuse him on that.
You know what I come to realize, like
What's
throughout
that?
the time of like filming and doing all this and that, the first couple episodes I'd introduce them with my name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do my name anymore. I feel like I've just come to the point where they should know, or like they know who I am.
Hey, you know what?
Because obviously you're on this fucking.
Yeah.
You're watching my video.
Yeah,
you know?
everyone's watching this
Episodes,
shit,
Everyone
so,
can
like-
watch those.
So if you want to know who I am, just go back to the older videos.
I know.
Get that view count up a little bit more.
It's funny though, cause like imagine like the new viewers are coming in like, oh yo, it's from J to Z, like yo. That's
It's weird when I hear someone like jokingly will say that to me, and they're like, "Dude, it's J to Z," and I'm like,
you're just like, hey bro.
just cut that. We're
Yeah.
literally stocking shelves right now.
I know.
Like, I'm literally stocking shelves with my Walmart vest on. What are you doing? Get
Like
your
I'm-
fucking pudding and leave.
I'm like, get your rice, brother. Get the carbs up. You're looking for chicken? It's on aisle 3.
If you're
I hope I got
money,
that
get some
aisle right.
ramen.
I hope I got that aisle right. I didn't want to offend any Walmart workers out there.
Actually, you offended the frozen aisle.
You bastard.
Yeah, I did. I did. I'm pretty sure aisle 3 is like produce or something.
Yes, it is.
My goodness.
They're on the ass right now.
Walmart, please don't come at me.
It's okay. We're under remodel. Everyone's gonna get that confused eventually.
Hashtag sponsorship.
Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to have another sponsor today, but someone forgot the batch.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I had to give you guys water. I'm sorry.
So today's episode is Refreshy from Select Signature Select.
Is that how it's pronounced? Refreshy?
Refreshy? People can.
I feel like
it's
there's
a-
an accent over the E with the water.
Refresh.
Refreshy.
It's like ref.
I feel like it can be universal,
Refreshy.
but I feel like that drop is also just
What if
their
it's
logo.
like something cool like Rafishi? You know? No?
It could be like one of those words where it's like crayon or crayon, Or like-
Crayon.
Or
Yeah.
caramel or caramel.
yeah.
Right,
It's
It's just
right.
kind of. It's just kind of how like.
I hear
the-
Carmel.
Caramel?
Yeah.
Carmel. And I'm
Caramel.
like,
I know
hate
what you
yourself.
mean.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I don't know what to say to that.
Caramel. Like alright, like sounds a little irregular. I don't think I'd put that on my app or anything, but it sounds like something I throw in my car.
5 out of 10 vocabulary rating.
Honestly.
Just taking that off my thesaurus.
Honestly.
Put a 0.5. I'll do it. I'll throw it up 0.5 just to be nice.
Just to their face, he's just like, yeah, no, that's a 5 out of 10 on a vocabulary right there.
But then again, we come up with shit like slay, you know,
Riz.
dubs, riz, yeah.
Riz was a literal non-vocabulary word,
I had
and they
no
brought
idea
that
it
up.
was short for charisma. I'm gonna be honest.
It does?
What?
It is, yeah, it's short for charisma.
Guess I'm just finding out.
Where they added that to? They added just Riz
Riz.
to the vocabulary of our dictionary,
I don't know.
and it's just short for what?
I didn't know it was short for
What?
charisma.
Charisma? I mean, okay,
It
like
sound-
thinking
it makes
about
sense.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense.
Uh-huh.
Charisma, riz. I mean, it does make sense, but
It's more funnier to say Riz.
I know.
I'll be
I'd much
honest.
rather say
It just
riz.
rolls off the tongue
It's so
better.
much more simple.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense why they would put riz and not charisma in dialogue for like Teenage Mutant Ninja
Exactly.
Turtles,
Like,
you
no
know,
one
shit
just
like
says
that.
like, man has that speaking charisma. Like, no, it's just funny to say, man's quiet Riz over there.
Quiet Risen.
Do you think a movie like, not to get into deep questions or anything, but do you think movies like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that do modern day like dialogue with, or just
A bit too-
words that we use now, like riz and all that, because they do use that, do you think that's going to eventually go outdated?
I think so. There's a lot of like 80s movies and whatnot where they have like dialogue that to them at the time makes sense. Rewatching it now is like, I have no idea what the fuck that means. And then like later on when I see like older people or whatever talk about like, oh, this is what that means, this is what that means. I'm like, oh, okay. And then rewatching those 80s movies again, I'm like, oh, man, instead of slang, I didn't understand. Okay. It's like, I feel like now it's going to be almost the same thing with our modern take over time.
Right. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've always been, well, because I seen a TikTok of someone talking about that. They were like, Mutant Mayhem is good for the moment. Like, it's a really good movie, and I think it's a great movie.
Absolutely.
I think it's arguably our best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie we have so far. But they're saying that it's gonna be one of those movies where it's great for its time, but as time goes on, we're gonna be like, oh, honestly, that movie really wasn't all that.
Yeah, no, for me, TMNT, what was it, 2008 one?
Yeah,
That one's my Ninja Turtles.
I
from-
love
from
that one,
point on.
but it just doesn't have OG characters that I like.
Has Casey
I think
Jones.
that's one thing that that's one thing that Mutant Mayhem has over that version for me is not only the animation, just beautifully done.
It's a beautiful animation.
Looking like it's hand drawn the whole from start to finish, but it's also the fact that the villains are all original villains and they're not like we just made these guys up and now these guys are like stone villains
Yeah.
or whatnot. Like they were cool, the designs were cool and all, but I'm not gonna lie, I wish Shredder was in it.
Hoping for the sequel.
Yeah, hoping.
Well, he is in the sequel.
I know.
I'm talking about the 2008 one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, because they do have him for like a moment where they were like doing background on the Turtles where they were like,
Yeah.
oh, and they beat their biggest villain, their Shredder, and then that's it.
To be fair, it makes you realize like who's gonna be the next big bad. Then it's
It's
not
gotta
just
be
focused
Shredder.
on Shredder. Because I feel like
I think it's a big setup for the Crane.
that's true.
Big theory. I'm gonna say it right now.
What's that?
That lady in the movie that was coming after the Turtles that just wants like that wanted to mutinize their weapons and everything.
Right.
She's a Crane.
She's a crane.
That's
not
an
a bad
interesting theory.
That's not a bad theory.
I mean, she's very like she knows about these mutants. She's known about them since Superfly was a baby. So it's like she's had no problem with them with these mutants like the humans have. Because in the movie, the humans are like, it takes them all the way till the end to accept that, oh, they're different, but they're here to help us.
Exactly.
She the whole time has been trying to weaponize them entirely. So it's like you have not thought weird about these guys at all since you've known about them. So
It's like what your true intention is,
maybe
you know?
you're even weirder than they are. You know, maybe you're actually not from this earth.
I'm not interested in getting milked. I don't like that idea.
That was I love that gag. I love that they brought that back like
Oh my
the
God.
whole movie. And then until they actually get milked, and it's like,
Yeah.
what was that machine called?
The milk 2000, the milker 2000 or whatever.
That was great.
Does that say milk? God damn. No, dude, if I was one of the turtles and I saw that, I would be like so upset that he was right, and I'm over
Right?
like, we were like, gosh,
Of all
shit.
things,
Of all the names you could give it, or like the Megatron 6000 or whatever. No, it had to be the Milk Machine 2000. God damn it.
My goodness.
Oh man.
So, moving on from that, because that was just something. That was just a side thought that I had in mind.
Yeah.
I wanted to get into my favorite month. Well, it's come to be my favorite month as I've grown up, because not only do I love
March.
this season, March. Don't date this the wrong day. We're in October.
Leaves are all over the place.
Right.
March.
Easily March. Duh. Can't you see so much green?
Like, what do you mean? What about February?
But
Yeah,
it's
February's
fall
a hit or miss
season.
for me.
Fall season has finally come on, and it's October. We're just getting everyone back to school. Football is at its prime right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I just love the colors. But also Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays, arguably my favorite. We were talking about having a special Halloween episode for the podcast, which I do plan on doing that. We'll just see when we get there.
Sure about fucking sunglasses. The fucking sun's hitting my eyes.
Good. That's what
Good.
I hope that. I
The
hope it
pain lingers.
Yeah, that's the pain you feel in your eyes is the pain I feel in my heart when I'm missing those cookies.
You know, that's how he truly felt about those cookies. And you had
swear to-
one job, Alan.
I swear to God, I thought like you just spoke to God when you flipped that, and a piece of leaf just fell on over there.
Because he
Fucking-
agrees.
you just
Yeah.
said so- It was an honest mistake. Oh God, that thing's glaring at me.
I'm definitely excited for the corn mazes because that shit just opened up. And I'm like,
Did it?
Yeah, I'm like such a sucker for like thrill. And I'll like even have so much fun to look for the dude with the chainsaw just to like go
You
up there
scared
like,
them
yo.
off.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, that shit lit. Like, go scare my homies now. Like, they're over there.
I'll
Like,
tell you
dude.
where they are. They're over there right
I'm
here.
like, I'll lead them to them. Like, they're over there.
I will spy them out for you.
Yeah. I'm like, I've done this maze so many times, bro.
Right.
Don't even worry about it.
I know the
I know
I'll
routine
find my way
the
out.
already. I found your secret spot either way.
I'll even go through the maze myself.
Right.
I'll just start cutting my own corn. Just having fun. Just start eating the corn too.
I was gonna say, money's
Start grubbing.
a win is a win.
Yeah. Take cobs with me home. Ma, ¿a pone a cocinar? Simón. She started boiling the cobs. That shit lit.
So, going into that season, I can talk about this forever, but obviously I want to save all that horror stuff, all the Halloween type shit for that episode. But we can dabble into it, of course.
Dabbling.
What are your go-to horror movies for the season? Because I don't know about you guys, I have go-to Christmas movies.
Absolutely.
Like The Grinch. Jim Carrey's The Grinch is
Yeah.
an all-time classic. We always go to it. I always forget the actor's name, but the Santa Claus movies, all three of them.
Fuck.
I know who you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
know.
It's like
You
the
know what
old
I'm
Saint
talking
Nick
about,
ones,
right?
but I forgot the actor's name. But
Is
he's
his name Tim?
Tim Allen, I think.
There
is
you
his
go,
name.
Tim
He
Allen.
plays
Is it
Woody.
Tim? Is it
I think
Tim
it's Tim
Allen?
Allen. I'm pretty damn sure it's Tim
I'm
Allen.
positive. I'm looking
But
this up just to make sure.
Those movies are like everything to us in our household. We watch them almost all the time. Hell, my sister's probably gonna go and watch them. Probably watching them now.
Yeah.
She's one of those early birds. Like she wants the Christmas tree up now.
I'm a fucking
Like,
idiot.
Skips
trees have-
Thanksgiving type shit.
The leaves haven't even fallen. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
No sun, no snow.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She wants the Christmas presents in already.
Yeah. Not even to open, just as decoration. Just
Like,
just to have it there.
If
chilling.
you're that type of person that likes to put that shit up early, I got some questionable thoughts for you, man. Like, 'cause shit, I get so annoyed. Well, I don't say it out loud.
It's Tim Allen.
It is Tim Allen. Okay. But yeah, go to horror movies. I don't think I have any really. It's just more of like, oh, let's put on the classics. The best Freddy Krueger movie, the best
Right.
Michael Myers movie, Jason Voorhees, all that good stuff. Scream.
Ironically, I've never like fully dabbled into like the legit horrorness of like getting scared or whatnot in horror movies until like last year. So now I'm just getting more involved in like Texas Chainsaw, Friday the 13th, Halloween. I'm currently getting into a Scream currently. But so far my go-to one is either Trick or Treat or the It reboot movies.
By the way, I just started watching it with my sister yesterday or 2 days ago.
Which one? Trick or Treat?
Trick or Treat.
How's
Because
it?
remember you told me to watch
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Right?
We haven't finished it, but I'm really enjoying
Where are
it.
you at so far?
Just past the big reveal where the little boy is actually a pumpkin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, whoa. Because we were both like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
You know, like the whole time we were like, it's got to be that little girl from earlier, or it's got to be this, and this, and then the mask comes off and it's a fucking pumpkin. I'm like, oh my god, that is ugly. It is ugly. I was like, what?
Like instantly burn it,
Right.
kill it with fire.
Put the mask back on.
Me and my sister we got very suspicious the moment it came to the vampire scene, or no, the werewolf scene.
Werewolf scene, yeah.
Like all of a sudden these girls are like come to find out they're the killers themselves. They captured this one killer that just murdered a child. It gets there, which I like when horror movies get there, where they're not afraid to get to the children, because that's one thing I feel like the world is kind of soft on, where Hollywood is very soft on nowadays. Is like, oh, people wouldn't like that if we show children getting murdered.
Because I feel like it's more of like, oh, this kid's gonna live, you know. But like,
Exactly,
when you take
it kind of ruins the suspense.
And when you kill not purposely, in a movie, when they kill off a kid, it gives off, oh, okay, so they're also potentially murder victims as well. So anyone could die.
Right.
That kind of thing.
And it also leaves the idea that, oh, they're not, like, these kids will not only survive, but there's a chance that they could be the demon or whatever,
Exactly.
you know? Because they're always used for that type of shit. Why not add more suspense to it? But, like, we're not saying to show the kids getting brutally stabbed or anything like that. We're just, like, saying, like, murder a kid.
Like show the characters like emotions on it, like have them dead.
I might get in trouble for saying that, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So
it's a movie. It's for the movie.
For a movie.
Yeah, it's all fictional. It's all fictional.
fiction,
It's not like real life.
We're not telling anyone to go do that. It's just
that's all
movie reasons.
That's all unmoral stuff. That's very unholy, and that's stuff we don't
With all
like
that
to
being
discuss on
said-
this
I
stuff.
don't go to church. Don't put your phrases on me and
All
my
right,
channel.
It's unholy for me, so I guess for Jason, I guess it's completely acceptable on his end. No, I'm joking.
No, but
With that being said,
that being said,
I
yeah,
could give two shits to the fucking children who involved the pumpkins and all that, and they brought that girl down the elevator.
oh yes,
Fuck those kids.
Those kids are assholes.
I'm glad they got what they deserved. I'm so happy about that.
Do you know about this movie? Have you seen the movie Trick or Treat?
I think it might have been an older one from when I was like a kid.
It
but
was
an
like,
older
I
one.
think
it's
I
like
might
a
have to- I might have
2008 or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
it sounds a little familiar, so I might have to rewatch
It's
it.
such a phenomenal movie. I love that movie.
It's pretty
with heart.
damn great. I love how it all blends together. Like it's all a bunch of different stories that eventually tie in together to the point where like, oh, you're from the other storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I like that. I do like good storytelling like that. So far it's a win for me, but I haven't fully seen it yet. So.
The best part about like the comedy in there, it's more of like irony comedy kind of
Yes,
thing. It's not
yes.
just full on like shit joke or anything like that. No, it's more of like
Like it'll hit you and like,
that's
that's
it's like a you deserve that kind of kind of show.
Right. Karma.
Exactly. It's like a little karma
comedy.
It's great.
Actually, to start off this month, maybe a little too early, like late last month, but the beginning of this month, me and my sister actually, for some reason, I don't know what triggered this, but I think I might know. The Halloween collection just came out at Walmart, where I work, and of course I get early access to it because I'm an overnight worker.
Right.
And I seen there's 3 new steelbooks out for collections in Blu-ray of Leprechaun, which only seen the first one, only really liked the first one, didn't want to get it. I'm
Purge,
drawing a blank.
Halloween.
No, I already have that one. I'm drawing a blank on the director, but it's Halloween.
John Carpenter?
Nope,
That's the only guy.
it's the only 2. He only did one movie and a sequel. Rob Zombie.
Oh,
Rob
nice.
Sorry, yeah, Rob
Okay.
Zombie.
1 and 2 in a steelbook, and it looks so good, so I took it. And also the Saw collection 1 through 8, just love the look of it, so I took it. Plus, I've never seen any of those, so I was like, fuck it, might as well watch it now since we're in the season.
I don't like the Saw movies. It's more of like the gory aspect. I just
They're
cannot
just
get
super
behind.
You can't get
suspenseful.
past the glory.
I can't get past like the tortureness and all that.
Oh my goodness.
I hate the
It's
killer.
something, man.
Yeah.
I hate the killer with the whole like, oh, I'm not doing it. They're the ones killing themselves. I'm just putting them in that spot.
That's just part of the good writing.
Yeah.
I could give you a loaded gun and just have him like shoot him, but I'm not the one killing him. It's
You're
you.
not.
It's like, fuck you.
You've seen the
You're
traps.
putting them in the situation where they have to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Fuck
No, they
you.
don't. That's the part.
Bullshit.
That's the part. They
hate that
don't.
guy.
They don't have to walk out dead. That's purely on them whether or not they want to redeem themselves. That I swear.
I hate the kill.
Me and my sister binged the whole thing, which ironically, Saw 10 came out recently, and we watched all of them just in time to watch Saw 10. Great film as well, because that one mainly focuses on the killer. The main killer is the main focus of the movie. He's the main character, and John Kramer. I absolutely love this actor, and it's a great movie. Go watch it if you haven't already. But yeah, at first I knew nothing about this character at all. I always thought the same thing, like he's a killer that puts people in traps and they die regardless. What's the point? But watching all of them, you get a good idea of like, damn, it makes sense. And all of these people are bad people. It's not like he's picking out this lonely child because he's alone at a park having a good time.
Yeah, I know.
Or just, innocent good people. He picks out people that are assholes.
Yeah,
That
Dr. Phil from the Scary Movie.
Yeah. And Shaq.
Poor Shaq, man.
I want to play a game. You have to make this free throw.
But what
That
do you
was
mean?
great.
I'm only,
Oh shit!
I'm only
I
2 for
cut the
99.
wrong leg.
He's like, but I don't got Kobe for this, man. How am I supposed to make this free throw? I can't even lob it to him, man. Hey, I'm about to see you up there. Shaq just said, like, hey, Chuck,
ball.
hey, Chuck. Hey, Chuck, come get this ball over here, man. Get your fat ass over here, man. Chuck, man, it's
I
not
love
no
that they
bullshit.
actually had Dr. Phil and Shaq on
know,
it.
that's so
and it
great.
wasn't like people impersonating them.
No. That's so great.
Like-
I'm just glad that they're like so down to do that kind
As a
of thing.
kid, even I knew who Dr. Phil was, and I was like, that's great. I look at it now and I'm like, how did they get Dr. Phil to agree on this is where I'm trying to figure out. Shaq is down for anything, but
He's a cool guy.
Dr. Phil of all people. I love the part where he throws that rock at him. He's like, you hurt my feelings. The first movie's a classic though. Like them like going off of that, like just you gotta cut your leg off in order to make it out. Like,
Right.
It's very simple of a trap, and the whole movie has an amazing plot twist. That's one thing about these movies as well is the formula behind each one. You know what to expect out of it. Good traps, people dying brutally, and a good story with a plot twist in it that you are trying to figure out the whole way through, but you don't. And it's just like, listen, the whole time you're like, just do the game. He's giving the instructions so plain and bold. Like, it's out there. Do it. Just do what you got to do and you'll survive. And it seems like almost they don't get it until it's too late. And then they're like, damn, I feel like an idiot because I could have figured this out. Everyone could have lived and we could have won.
Right.
But instead, I'm about to get my fucking testicles ripped off and I'm a bleed to death because of it. I don't know. I don't think that's an actual trap. It's just something I just
It
wanted to
sounds
say.
like it.
It's a great idea.
No, I remember I was watching Sun Philadelphia and they were playing a board.
with your dick.
I
It's
wa-
time to save it.
I was watching
Goodness.
I was watching Sun Philadelphia and they were playing this game called Try to McDonald's, and it's based off a bunch of games like Monopoly. I'm drawing a blank on a bunch of other ones. Clue. This is Life, the game or whatever. A bunch of games all mixed in one. And at some point they did a Saw moment. He was like, "This is Saw. This is supposed to be based off a board game." He's like, "Oh, but this is based off a board game. Haven't you heard of Operation?" Shit. And then they're like, the reason why they're in their position, they motherfuckers like drugged them with acid and whatnot, tied him to a fucking chain. He's like, there's a key to unlock your leg or whatever, and it's inside your skin. He's like, and the way to get through it is you use electricity and try to like rip it out of your skin or whatever. So one's like, all right, well, might as well get in there. Oh, I think I got it. No, that's the bone.
What about you, Alex? You haven't gotten the chance to really spill.
Oh no! If anything, I'm such a listener, bro. So I'd love to hear like what you guys have to say about these things, and it's just amazing to hear like all the different stuff. Because if anything, like at times I know a little bit about Saw, but like I haven't seen all the movies. If anything, I just like kind of seen compilations from like my favorite traps.
Right.
Mainly, I think 5 was like my favorite one because that 5 had the best traps in my opinion. There was this one where the lady had to like get some syringe, and she like got her her arm stuck in like the box.
Is that the one?
Wait. Oh,
Is that the one
is
where
that
she
with
like
the
shoved
glass?
both her hands in
Yeah,
there?
The glass.
Yeah, the
Ah,
glass.
She's
yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking idiot.
She is
She was an idiot.
dumbass, bro, because she could easily just like push it up,
Yeah.
like
think-
that. Use her own hand, bro.
If
So
I'm
easy.
correct, 5 was the one where all 5 of them could have survived. Yes,
Yep.
but instead they all didn't listen to the game. They were like, don't think about your first your go-to reaction.
Think
And
about what's smart.
The whole time they all could have survived, and I remember seeing that, and I was like, me and my sister were watching it like beginning to end, and then towards the end when it came to that realization that you need all 5 people to survive the games, we were like, oh shit, everyone was supposed to live. I was like,
But they're all idiots.
yeah, they thought the wrong ways because of their past. Like, it's just great. It's just great to like.
It really shows like how the characters are, and you know how they bring them out, how they think under those circumstances as well, and how they have to think critically. So if they can't like cooperate within one another, so then yeah, that kind of leads to their fate into like, you know.
I even came to this conclusion, like I can't, which movie was that? It was either 3 or 4, where I came to the conclusion. I was like, John Kramer is literally Batman, just different, a little bit. He causes you to kill it. Like he still is on the no kill rule, but he causes you to like to get into that area. Like this dude has a backup plan for everything. He literally studies everyone so well to the point where he knows he knows your immediate reactions and your choices. But yet he still thinks the best for you to the point where he gives you the option to live. I don't know why I came to Batman at that point. I mean,
No, if anything, you made a very spot on comparison. Because
am I not crazy?
I was just playing Arkham Knight, and no, kid you not, I was just playing Arkham Knight, and it was that sequence where the Arkham Knight just took what's her face's name? I forgot.
Barbara Gordon?
Yeah, Barbara Gordon.
yeah.
And he was like, all right, so I got to figure out where they went. I gotta look at the tire shred and look at the specific tire it is and see where they went.
Yes.
And then it led to the crash site, which eventually led to where they ended up
I just
like
love that
seeking
sequence
out.
entirely.
It's a great
It's a good
sequence. Yeah.
sequence.
It's such a good game in general.
It's a
Overall,
phenomenal
I just love the experience of it, and I actually bought like the trilogy too, so I got to play both Arkham Knight, or I'm so sorry, we were just Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So
Well, Origins.
I hate that they exclude Origins so bad. It is one of the better ones.
It is a really great game. But to be fair, out of all of them, it is the weakest out of the 4. But
Bullshit. I'm willing to argue.
let me hear that. No, let me hear that. Let me hear that actually, because I've not played Origins.
No,
Let me
because
hear
like
it.
it's such a phenomenal game. I love playing it. By far, Batman's probably the most brutal in that game.
Well, it's because it's like year 1 or 2 in that story.
And like everything occurs in that moment, and then obviously it leads to Arkham Asylum.
he
and all
takes
that.
out a whole gang of his biggest villains
On Christmas.
in Christmas
Night.
On Christmas night, in one night.
He threatens a goon
I
to
think-
drop him over a tree if you don't tell me what. It's like a big ass fucking tree in Gotham. He's like, yeah, tell me who's doing this or whatever. What's Black Mask doing and all that. He's like, I ain't telling you shit. And he's like, all right, well look down then. This is a fucking giant ass tree. Could be stabbing him. Yeah. So.
And then the big plot twist where it comes out that the Black Mask that was like gathering all these guys around, setting the bounty. I'm not gonna tell him.
Don't tell us.
Not like setting the guy who was setting the bounty on Batman, and having like guys like Bane and
Firefly,
Deathstroke. A great fight sequence against Deathstroke as well.
We were supposed to get that scene in the fucking DCU.
I was about to say I need a Deathstroke solo movie, bro.
There was supposed to be one, but they scrapped it. It was stupid.
It was supposed to be Ben Affleck's solo movie,
was
directed by Ben Affleck, and his main villain was going to be Deathstroke, and he was going to be coming after his loved ones, because in Justice League, you find out you find out that he got information from Lex Luthor that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah. And
That's what's going to lead to the solo film.
It was going to have Joe Magniello.
That's amazing.
It was going to be Joe Magniello as Deathstroke. It was going to be a phenomenal guy.
His suit was
And
so top
it
tier,
was so
too.
awesome. Ben Affleck wanted to include that fight sequence in Arkham Origins between Batman and Deathstroke, but they scrapped it for no fucking reason.
The whole thing, and then the bright side, we did get Robert Pattinson's Batman out
It
of
came
it.
to be Robert Pattinson Batman, and,
And
it's
it
great.
was still
I love
great.
it.
I love that it's its own thing entirely. They're not trying to force the Justice League in there or anything. It's just Batman, but
I wanted that.
I'm not gonna act like I didn't want more Ben Affleck.
Exactly.
He's arguably the best Batman. Without even a solo film.
Exactly.
without a solo film.
He's a great.
He did good. He did put up like really great a performance in Batman v Superman.
Now you
Like
don't
a
give
lot of people did not like that movie, but I personally just was a
loved
big
it.
fan of it just because of Ben Affleck's
I
performance.
found out there's a lot of
Agreed.
people when they watch Batman vs Superman, they hate it. And I understand. There's a lot of points where like I didn't like it either. But when I saw a lot of videos where like people watch the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman, and there's so many details in that everyone loves. And it turns out to be a really great film, and I love it. And it's one of my favorite films.
I agree. I was just gonna tell you, add me in on that. I'm a +1 on that because I agree. I hated Batman v Superman.
Yes.
The whole Martha scene, like everything that it was just nothing was coming together really.
No.
The Ultimate Edition
There's so
gives
many
you
more
so
details.
much more details and lore to it, to where you're like, that makes sense on why you're doing this
Exactly.
now.
And it's
Like,
such a great movie. It's like, in my opinion, the Watchmen movie. A lot of people don't mind Watchmen. I get it. But the director's cut. Oh my God!
I
it
always
is
hear
a
that too.
Great.
Also directed by Zack
movie.
Snyder. Also directed by
It
Zack
is a
Snyder.
great fucking. I can never watch Watchmen without the director's cut. It is such a great movie.
I have yet
love
to
it.
see the Watchmen movie, but it's on my watch list. It's been on my watch list for a long time, so I'm gonna watch it eventually.
You're not alone. I haven't watched them either.
And I
Definitely
always
watch
hear
the director's cut. Honestly.
I always hear good things about it, the director's cut in specific. But yeah, like I said, going back into it, Ben Affleck's Batman is second place, arguably sharing first place with Robert Pattinson with me.
Really?
It's gonna really depend on the sequel for the Batman.
That's fair.
Like, I feel like depending on where they go for not just Batman as a character, but Bruce Wayne entirely, because we did not get Bruce Wayne in the first one. We got a guy that's trying to figure out who he is outside of the mask. Because that's the thing about Batman, is he is the mask. The mask he's wearing, that's his identity. His secret identity, or no, that's his secret identity, but his real identity, or that he hides behind, is Bruce Wayne. He's not really Bruce. He's more Batman than he is Bruce. That's the thing. That's one of the deeper things behind Batman that I just love about him as a character. But until that sequel, where we might get a true definition of this Bruce Wayne character, and maybe we will get the cocky guy who's like doesn't give a shit about where he throws his money at and all that. But on the dark side, he's, you know, the fucking Batman that we know and love from the first one. Like, I'm ready to see that, and for that to determine fully whether or not I really put him above Ben Affleck or not. Because Ben Affleck, he's him top to bottom.
No, definitely.
He looks the part. Like, you look at even Kevin Conroy's animated Batman, you can really say that's Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
He's
easily.
the big build and everything. He's got it all. And his suits, besides the Flash, was so good. All of them. It's ripped out of the comic.
I love it.
Even they managed to make the big bulky suit that he wears against Superman work.
It's so good.
It was
worked.
it was really nice. I like the design of it.
I love and it does give us the glowing white eyes as well.
I'm so
It
happy
was so
about
badass.
that. That was so great.
It was
So
so
well.
badass.
I love how there's like a little, because of Zack Snyder and his details, I love there's a little moment where he gets blessed by Doomsday, and he does like that freaking like, he uses grappling hook and slides, but it looks like the freaking the Dark Knight Returns.
The Dark Knight Returns cover.
Cover. And
Yes.
I love it. And I'm just so happy. I love Zack Snyder.
It's the little things like that. He's that's one thing about Zack Snyder is, although his storytelling on paper can be questionable, because I don't know if you know, but the script for like his long game for the DC universe that he had in mind, it's very questionable. It's a lot of questionable decisions that he had on there. But as far as like visually storytelling, he doesn't miss. How he captures every scene, I just want to put up on my wall.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful how he captures things with the camera.
That's how you know, like, the driven with how, I'm trying to find the right words, because you notice the quality of cinema from back then to now, mainly because it's like people who actually care about wanting to put effort into making cinema as opposed to just
Yeah.
getting a fucking check,
Right.
you know?
It just
it's
shows how
kinda
much you
like,
truly give a shit about these movies.
Exactly.
I agree. But yeah, we don't want to talk about the Flash suit.
It's not a good suit.
I remember when the first trailer came out, and we got this small little clip of him like getting dragged by the car, and you see the blue and gray, and everyone was like, "This is already my favorite suit. This is top tier." Like, we got the blue and gray. We won as fans. And I'm like looking at all these comments, and I'm like, You guys like this suit? The color is cool and all. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
like I've really wanted the light blue and gray for a long time, but are we not gonna look at the design? Like, what's the hexagon-shaped holes on the side? And it's clearly a two-piece on the top. Like, the bat is shaped weird. Like, the chest piece is carved weird. It's a miss for me entirely. But the scene in itself was really cool.
The scene is great.
The
I
scene
love
is a great scene, and the suit makes sense for what it was used for because he's getting dragged on the fucking road. But it's not acting like it's not a good suit. It's not a good suit.
Would you say it's better than Michael Keaton's suit, where he had to move around his shoulders just a little?
I'd still say that suit's better.
I agree.
Hell, we even got a better blue and gray version in the Flash movie. He just didn't wear it. It was literally hiding back there, just posted up with all the other ones that are so badass. Like, wear the other ones, please.
How'd
just
you,
wear the
how'd
other
you
ones.
feel if you were Batman and you didn't do this just to look up?
That would just take the whole purpose of my intimidation of the whole thing. Like, I'm literally about to go up to a robber, beat the fuck out of him, and be like, all right, what did you do 3 weeks ago on this approximate night? Now I gotta go, like, what did you do? Like, no, I can't do that.
Imagine just walking away and someone's like, Batman. Why did you say that? Like, no. Don't do that.
Oh my goodness.
I would love to do a skit like that.
So
I'm gonna need a bad suit, but I would love to do a skit.
Still, that's great. I love that suit. I love it.
It's a classic. It's still a classic, and it has the classic emblem.
Yeah.
The yellow and black one, the circle one. It's a classic. You can't go wrong with it.
No.
It's just, yeah, it would be nice if he could move his neck around. Hell, he couldn't even move his neck around that much in the newer one. The newer one he had.
Yeah, no.
He still kind of had to, like, reach a little bit. Like, he had a little bit of movement, but
It's still something compared to the first one.
it's something. I'm not gonna lie. The scene where he, like, what was it, Batman Returns, where he rips it off, like, to reveal that he's Bruce Wayne. I don't like how it ripped off.
It looked like it was just rubber?
It's an ugly kind of thing to me. Yeah. Because, that's exactly what it's made of, so obviously, but I just love that in The Flash they make fun of it. Because when alternate Barry gets the suit, he's like trying to stretch his neck out, and it's like staying like right. Until eventually he rips the neck off entirely. It's really cool. From the commercials, I really like that suit. Until you actually see it moving, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's meant to be ugly.
Yeah.
You kind of forget that part. Especially the neck is like so fucking wide.
Like the big bodybuilder stock necks, just like humongously.
Yeah, or was that one guy that got trendy just for having a big ass neck? What was his name? There was long neck and there was wide neck. I think that was
wide
his
neck.
name.
Yeah, wide. I don't remember the.
Because there was
other dude.
he was trending with this other guy who had a long ass neck. He was a skinny white kid.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was wide neck.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea. What the fuck you guys talking
It was a
about?
weird trend that
It was
happened a while
It's
ago.
all,
Where
it's
this
all
guy-
internet bullshit.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
was
just
just thinking
internet
Giga Chat the whole time. That's all. I'm like,
stuff. It's just completely irrelevant. But what's a suit you guys would want to see on film that you haven't seen yet?
Ooh.
It could be any DC or Marvel
I already have
character.
one.
Yeah.
I already have one.
What's that?
Miles Morales' newest suit in the comics,
Newest suit.
where he has he's got basically like a jacket with a sweater, like a jacket, and the collar goes up to here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You get it in the new Spider-Man 2 game. It's going to be in the new Spider-Man 2 game. They
Really?
revealed it in one of the trailers. I'll pinpoint it to you guys later.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of Spider-Man 2, guess who got the fucking collector's edition and is waiting the 20th to get it?
You got this PS5?
You got all 19.
I've had the PS5.
No, I meant like the-
not the skin.
Yeah.
Not the. I do have the controller though. I got the fucking controller.
But do you have all 19 inches of Venom?
I'm getting 19 inches of Venom, bro.
Shit! Oh shit!
I'm getting-
Nah, real talk. Real talk. If we had a fucking soundboard, I'm pushing that shit.
I do, but these are just like they're cheap sounds, so I don't even use it.
It's just
I could get.
hell yeah, let's
Out of
go.
blood for 19 inches.
Yeah. 19 inches of Venom. Eddie Brock, sign me up. Pause.
They did confirm it's not Eddie Brock.
Oh yeah, huh? I forgot. It's
I'm guessing it's got to be Harry.
It is. No, it is.
And they were teasing it like "Oh, you guys are not gonna guess who it is." I'm like, I kind of can.
Yeah.
Like Harry was with the symbiote in the first one.
At the end of Miles Morales too, they show him.
Turns out it's Mary Jane.
Yeah.
I'm bullshitting on my ass.
Swear to God.
Turns out it's Mary Jane.
I swear to God.
Venom with boobs. Like,
Have you seen the new character design for Mary Jane? I saw so
which
many,
one?
I saw so many comments of people was like, bro, if I had to come home after kicking some ass outside and I see this, nah, bro. If she's caught and I need to help her out, I'm sorry, I don't need to help. You can just take her.
Oh no. Low-key, they kind of did double down on her though, because she was like
She
a
was
little.
better. I liked
She was a
the way
little iffy. It was kind of rough, like how I felt about her design in the first game.
I liked it.
Am I one of the only people that actually likes her design in the first one, and I don't really like her design in the second one?
I agree. I loved her design. In
I
the first
prefer
one.
her first one.
Absolutely.
I
actually
still prefer the first one.
I actually felt
regardless.
emotion when they were like having the conversation on the phone,
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever. When he was like trying to understand what's going on.
Yeah,
I actually felt the emotion for that. I was like, I don't want to lose that.
Right. So, the suits got leaked online. I don't know if you guys seen them.
I
but,
definitely don't want to.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna
You
talk
want
about
to
it, but
keep it a secret for a while?
okay, I'll tell you what we know for now.
That's
what
fair.
we know for
Yeah.
now that's not leaked. I'll
Okay.
tell you what we know for now that's not leaked. A lot of the suits are getting color variants.
Really?
You guys didn't know that? You guys didn't know about that?
That's actually gonna be badass.
So,
That's gonna be so fucking
So,
sick.
like, for example, Spider-Man 2099, that suit's coming back,
Right.
but it's also not only going to get the blue and red, but
Right.
the iconic black and red that it was supposed to be. Because in the comics, originally,
was
it's
supposed to
black
be
and
black
red.
and red.
It's actually black and red,
Yeah.
but with blue shading because of it's
The
night,
ink,
it's
yeah.
nighttime and all that. Yeah, and the ink. So we're getting that. I can't remember what other color variations, but there's 4 variations for almost each suit. I could be wrong, but yeah. And one of the ones that got confirmed already is Superior Spider-Man. And his suit looks so good. And one of the spider variants is Doc Ock's newest suit
Oh.
and it's green and silver. It's fucking fire. These suits are so good. And I can't tell you exactly which one this suit is based off of. It's based off a character. But Miles Morales has a suit
It's
for a character.
Spider
and I'm not
Kid.
gonna say. But
That one DC Marvel crossover where Superboy was Spider Kid had a pistol with the bush.
so you're very wrong. There's so much I can dabble into it, but I can't spoil it for you guys. I don't want to spoil it. It's just these suits look so good. They're so clean. I mean, we all knew we're getting all of Tom Holland's suits, including the final swing suit. So that one's confirmed to be in it. So,
I love that.
but yeah,
I want
like,
more of that suit.
color variations, all that good stuff. It's all looking so good so far, and I'm excited to play the game.
You made me nerdgasm when you brought up the whole different like.
I can tell. Oh my god! Like,
I'm so hyped for Superior Spider-Man, bro. He's my favorite Spider-Man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ben Reilly. For me,
Really?
I just love Ben Reilly.
I love his suit.
I just love his character in general.
Just a clone of Peter.
Yeah.
It's a great idea that worked out at its time.
Yeah.
I just think they need to write him out a little better. Even the other one, what was his name? Kane?
Yes.
Yeah, his suit's so fire.
He's the one that has like a claw out of his arm, right?
I think so. He's the one that's a little more murderous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited. The story itself is gonna look so good with Kraven, Lizard, fucking Venom.
I love how
you know,
Lizard
like,
just looks like he's growing to be Godzilla.
Do you think we'll get
He's
a new?
huge. He looks
Yeah,
huge
he's-
in the gameplay we've seen. He's huge.
Yeah. It's
But
great. I
what
can't
do you
wait.
guys think of the new black suit? Because I've been seeing a lot of like 50-50 reviews on it where people are like, I love the new suit. I love how some of it looks like more solid than in other areas. And some are like, I don't like it. I prefer the more solidified version, which we are getting that version as well in the game.
That's actually. Oh my god, you got me so fucking hyped for this shit now, bro.
Okay, this is the last thing
You
I'll
were
say
hyped
that
earlier?
this is the last
I'm
thing I'll
so- like-
this is the last thing I'll say that you guys might not know about. And it involves the Spider-Man, the black suit. Not only are we getting the classic black suit
We're getting
as an
the
option.
theme song from the third movie.
Shut up! As an option, I don't know. That would be nice. Actually, that suit is in the game as well. Toby's black suit's in the
Yeah.
game, but the classic black suit is its color variations are the shadings.
Ooh.
Because you know how some different depending on the artist, it'll be like black, like light gray shading from the
Yeah.
light, or it'll be blue or purple
Okay.
or red. We're getting those.
Awesome.
My
And I'm a
God.
sucker for the purple shading.
Just throwing
The
Deadpool.
purple shading is so nice on the
The,
black
from
suit,
the
too.
Ultimate Spider-Man comics. Oh yes.
I want to hear
Beautiful.
more like news about the Wolverine game after Spider-Man. You know?
Yeah, I have not heard anything from that, bro. I want to play that game so bad. I have not heard anything from that game, and that game was like,
And it got announced the same time Spider-Man 2 did.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're barely starting the production on it because they were so focused on Spider-Man 2 for the
That's
longest
fair.
time.
That's 100% fair.
But to introduce it that at the same time and to barely start getting into production on it, like that bugs me.
It does.
Because it's like you're teasing me a lot more than I want to be teased. I
To
get
the
it.
point where it's hurting.
You're holding us down with Spider-Man 2 plus the DLCs because I don't think anyone's talking about this. We are going to get DLCs. We have to get DLCs for this one. We did it for the first one. But I'm still impatient for Wolverine. It's an entirely different character, and it's something I've wanted since X-Men Origins Wolverine, the video game.
It's gonna. I heard that was gonna continue from the Origins game, in between
You
before.
probably heard wrong.
I probably did, but
Because, yeah, it's the Insomniac universe. It's an
Yeah,
entirely
yeah.
different universe. Speaking of it being an entirely different universe, some news came out on one of the newest Spider-Man issues where 616, I think it's 616, Peter, the main Peter that we know, either goes into or meets with Insomniac Spider-Man.
Nice.
And they first fight each other, of course, because comics.
yo, you gotta be.
For real. He wants to get on the podcast
yeah,
too.
Brody. Hey, bro.
But
I'm not allergic, but
Man said, what's
I'm not
poison?
allergic, I just don't want to get some.
yeah, neither
But
do I.
anyways, some news came out that Gwen Stacy has not been met, or he hasn't met Gwen Stacy in the Insomniac universe.
Really?
Yeah, because there's just this slight little dialogue where he's like, "Oh, are you still close with Gwen or anything or something like that?" Something like that. He brings up Gwen, and he's like, "Who's Gwen?"
Okay.
So
Okay.
I guess first love was MJ to begin with, and he's kept on to her ever since.
It's a little strange, if anything, because the first game takes place like way after him after college, right? Like he's
Yeah.
already done with college.
After college, working with
Yes.
Doc Ock, and him and Mary Jane
Yes.
was already a thing, and they broke up.
And it's weird because you can't, in a way, you can't really have a Spider-Man life story without Gwen involved because she's always been the first love. So to further confirm that he's never met Gwen yet,
I'd say that's an upgrade.
it kind of
Because
gives
we
me.
get Gwen Stacy later.
It kind of gives me hope. Exactly, I was gonna say it kind of gives me hope because if they introduce her later on, and we're about to get, let's be honest, the hidden villain has got to be Goblin in the second one
Probably.
because they kept Doc Ock hidden in the first one. Who do you think is going to be hidden in this one? Since Venom's taking the spotlight right now. Come on.
He
It only
does,
makes
no,
sense.
he does have a good point about that. Now that you
Come on.
actually put that in
I don't know,
perspective.
I've always thought that
Who
Green,
know- 'cause
Green
they-
Goblin was going to be like in the Sinister Six in the trailer. Later on, obviously, it was Doc Ock. But I've always thought that was going to be like Green Goblin. And
So
then
did I.
And when I was playing the game, I'm like, I see you, Norman. All right, I got my eye on you. Turns out it's Doc Ock. I'm like, you're safe, but
it's an even
just
better
know
plot twist.
I got my eye on you.
It's an even better plot twist, in my opinion. It works even better because you don't even get a setup for Norman. The whole time he's like, "Oh, I'm running for mayor." That's it. Like there's nothing really maniacal about him. It's just more like, "Oh, I'm a guy of politics." So
Until you
you
started,
can
like,
kind of
yeah.
go with the stereotype on that, you know. And then obviously his dark secret where he's been keeping Harry, trying to save his life or whatever. Probably due to the Goblin virus, which is in almost every comic about the Osborns. So I'm pretty excited. So we're either gonna get Harry as the Goblin or Venom. I think it's gonna be Venom.
I kind of hope, just for funsies, we get like a Taskmaster situation, but with Deadpool for some reason, or at least someone of like Taskmaster thing. You know how you just get taken down by Taskmaster, you have to fight him or whatever in the first game.
Right.
I kind of want like a little side thing with somebody else doing that. I don't know about Deadpool per se, but like somebody else along those lines.
Can I tell you about one of the side missions?
Maybe. Do you care?
It's kind of canon already. If you've seen Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Across the Spider-Verse.
You fight a
Do you
T-Rex.
remember the scene? Well, first off, this is
Yeah.
a stupid question, but I feel like I have to ask. We've seen Across the Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember the scene where they're going through the vault of like all these unwanted variants? And then that's where we get live action Donald Glover. Live action Prowler, sorry. But okay. In that scene where they show the video game versions, and they were like, there's the video game Goblin, and then there's a video game Spider-Man, and then it's Yuri's version, it's Insomniac Spider-Man, and he's like, oh, you're talking about me? Okay. that is a canon moment because he's wearing the new suit in that scene in Spider-Man 2. So obviously, it takes place in the same. It's already happened in the game apparently.
Okay.
And there's a side mission where it's kind of along the line. I'm guessing the side mission. It's along the lines of like collecting the backpacks.
Right.
So it's one of those things where you find spider bots tracing you around the map, and if you take them or something like that, they're connected to the Spider-Verse. So basically, you're getting spied on by the Spider-Verse.
No way.
Yes.
That's actually sick.
So I'm guessing that's going to lead into like unlocking an Across the Spider-Verse suit because that one did get confirmed to be in the game. So we're getting the Across the Spider-Verse suit, possibly the 2099 suit. That'd be nice because I love the animation on that one. But
so clean.
it's so clean.
Miguel's design too was just so awesome.
At first, I was questionable about it because in the secret ending in the first one, he's the slimmer.
Right,
You know, he's
yeah.
a slimmer build with the classic iconic suit.
Yeah.
But in the next one, bro went to the gym.
Motherfucker's just
Bro's been
packing.
into the gym since we've seen him. Because bro got bulked and his suit got upgraded and it looks great.
It's awesome that you say that because I feel like that's also bringing up how his character progressed with multiverse traveling, putting a toll on him physically and mentally.
Exactly.
So he has to like do all this stuff, and
Especially now that he's the leader of the Spider Society. So if it does, like you said, it does look like it takes a toll on him just through his character development as a whole because of his trauma and what he did because of his fuck up in the disrupting a canon event and entirely ruining a whole universe in itself. So for him to do that and grow the Spider Society, looks like dude just does nothing but work. So it's like no wonder why he got so beefed up.
yeah,
He's just been like trauma.
just trying like dragging himself through like every
Exactly.
other fucking anomaly, just like fixing it pretty much.
Oh yeah, and also suit damage is a thing in the game now too.
All right.
Because you know how like
That's crazy.
Yeah. Shot.
like how throughout certain games, like say the Amazing Spider-Man 1 game. I don't know if you guys played that one, but
have.
throughout the whole story, your suit gets damaged more and more. Well, your suit gets battle damaged in each mission, but I heard it'll like reset after you do each mission. So I love that because I loved it. I love battle damage suits.
It just brings more immersion in the games. I just like that immersion
Instead of just
within
looking
And it
video
makes the
games.
story. It gives the story more of an oomph to it. You know, more of a feel.
Yeah.
Because obviously Spider-Man's not impenetrable. He takes a lot of hits.
Absolutely.
Hell, he almost died by Rhino in the Miles Morales game. So it's like, I'd like to see that show in the suit.
No, if anything, that surprised me at the ending of Miles Morales.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
y'all remember the
yeah.
ending, bro? Like, not just cause like, you know, with Finn, but like, no way he actually could have survived that though. With like containing all that energy, like no. Realistically, he would have been burnt to pieces.
Well, again, because comic books.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those. It's just one of those things. But I do get what you're saying, and
It's just like insane.
I'm excited. I'm just excited.
I don't care for the Tinker. I think she deserved that.
A little bit, but like
she's
at
a
the-
fucking bitch.
It made sense.
Yeah.
I could see where you're going, but
I don't like her.
yeah.
it kind of, for me a little bit, I did have like a little more empathy because like at the beginning I'm like,
So did
damn,
I.
they
Yeah.
were
No, I get
friends. They were friends, so I'm like, damn.
Do you
Like,
guys?
did it?
Yeah, sorry, but speaking of the Arkham games from earlier and the Spider-Man games that we're talking about now,
Yes.
the first game came close, but it really didn't reach that mark of Game of the Year for surpassing. Well, it didn't make Game of the Year, but I'm saying surpassing Arkham City as the best game because Arkham City is still known as the best game from start to finish. The storytelling, the visuals, even just the graphics at its time. There's so much about it, and the secret lores, the secret stories that you just gotta. Just from exploring the map, you find out more about just as the villains and entirely that's on what's going on around this city in this Batman universe. It's so storyly driven. I might have just made up a word, but and just the characters and how just how that universe works entirely. There's a reason why that game is known to be one of the best games of all time. So I'm gonna ask you guys: do you think Spider-Man 2 is the game to surpass that?
It's a damn good
And
question.
become, because obviously this one's it's got to be Game of the Year. It's got to reach a Game of the Year edition, just like the first one did.
I'm gonna debate that, but I'll let Alan speak first.
I figured Minecraft had a good shot.
Came close. It came close.
It was
Yeah.
close.
But
no,
I do think I'm just gonna say it boldly. I do think it's gonna pass it. But let's discuss.
Honestly,
I don't know.
It's hard to say because as a big Zelda fan, I had so much fun with Tears of the Kingdom, and I was like, bro, there's no way, like, no other game is gonna be surpassing this with creativity, story, content, like added features that you can also do, potential DLC. It's just overall an amazing game. And not only that, the game was originally DLC for the first game for Breath of the Wild, and it eventually became its own game because of how big it got.
Right.
So it's really hard to say because obviously it's really comes down to once this game gets dropped and see what we're presented with. But I'm just really kind of leaning more towards Zelda to see, like, as far as Game of the Year.
You know, there was a year that I wanted Uncharted 4 to become Game of the Year, but that game kept getting won over by Witcher 3 countless of times.
Witcher 3?
I hate Witcher 3 for. I understand that's a great game and everyone loves it. I just hate Witcher 3 because it beat Uncharted 4.
No,
that's just my thing.
No, yeah, I definitely feel that too because I felt like that with God of War. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love God of War. God of War 2018 is such an amazing game.
Great story.
But I was so salty when Red Dead lost to it. I feel like Red Dead Redemption 2 should have won Game of the Year that year.
I agree. It's still, as of right now, it still holds
it's still
up.
A great
it's
game.
still a recent game.
So many people love that game and still play it to this day and still believe that game is hold up to its value.
And it's one of those games, it's like GTA 5. Like, the more you play it, you still are finding out more shit in the map that you just haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so insane to me because, like, that's one thing about video games that I love, like these, is where you can really feel and see where they gave a shit. Like, that they truly give a shit about these games.
Yeah.
That's why I love Spider-Man so much, is first Spider-Man game so much, is because just in the city alone, exploring the map, you can tell they give a shit about the story and, like, everything behind it, because there's more than just Spider-Man. Obviously, Avengers Tower, the Sanctum Sanctorum. You even get Matt Murdock's Nelson and Murdock Attorney-in-Law signed somewhere around there.
I was about to say
the Wakanda Embassy.
Yeah.
There's so much to build off of just in this world alone besides Spider-Man, like, and just the story in itself. You can tell they give a shit about these characters. So I agree with you. As far as
include with, like, the little, like, items you find through his backpacks,
right?
Where they just bring up, like, a bunch of things over there. I always found those, like, really cool. It's like, oh, hey, that's awesome.
Hell, he's holding Sandman hostage still.
Yeah.
Somehow in a vial, like, he's holding him hostage. Or even like the webbed wing. The webbed wing, and I love that they brought that up. And I was like, I'm a sucker for the webbed wing. And now it's an actual
it's a
game.
mechanical in the
it's
game.
a mechanic in the game. Yes.
I remember I saw a joke on TikTok or whatever where, like, someone's playing Spider-Man and he's all like, "Aw, this kid gave me a drawing after I saved a balloon for him," and the guy's all like, "Yeah, should let that balloon go. It's a shit drawing."
I've seen that same clip, bro. I'm like, damn, so ruthless.
I'm like, you're right. I mean, the hand's too big. Like, don't be a dick.
No, yeah.
It's just little shit like that I enjoy. Even like spider plushie, or even
Oh my gosh, bro! The spider plushie was so awesome.
It was
I love
cute.
the spider plushie showed up in, like, the Into the Spider-Verse.
or even
movie.
little things
Did
that.
It did, like, at the end credit, not the end credits, but, like, when the credits was rolling and all that, you see spider plushies just rolling about with a bunch of Spider-Mans just, like, grooving out. Yeah.
That's actually sick. I gotta look out for that now.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, even just some that's not even for, like, Easter egg purposes, but to further drive, like, character development in these stories. Like, what was one of them? It was him stealing the first menu, or the menu that he had when he took MJ on his first date. That was such a beautiful little detail that I loved so much.
Or his first web shooters, the Mark 1 web shooters.
The Mark 1 web
was
shooters.
awesome.
Or even my personal favorite, because it ties into Spectacular Spider-Man and all the other classic comic books that he had, or comic books where he fights Electro. The gloves, the Electro-proof gloves that he had to fight him in one of his first interactions with him. Loved it. By the way, you know who voices Electro in the game?
Jimmy Fox.
No. Completely different skin color too, by the way.
Low key, Jamie Foxx.
Josh Keaton, the guy who voiced Spider-Man in Spectacular Spider-Man,
Yo!
voices Electro.
That's awesome.
That's actually fucking sick.
The little things. I love Josh Keaton. He's my personal favorite Spider-Man voice of all time. But yeah, just little things like that just make my heart swell for like games like this. I just love Spider-Man. Obviously, I grew up a huge Spider-Man fan. I even made a podcast episode based around that, which I don't really like talking about. But yeah, it's just I'm excited for this game. That's why I personally think if they're gonna give a shit about this game just as much as they gave a shit about the first one, with all these details and everything, with a bigger map, by the way, for more secrets. For more secrets. This has to be game of the year. It has to, or not, it has to be the best game of all time. I'm gonna be bold about it right now.
That is a bold statement.
It's got to be the best game. Like we're a week out, literally a week out from this game coming out, and I gotta say it. I think it's gonna be game of the year.
Games on my PS5 to make some room for that.
Right? I think it's gonna be the best game of all time.
I'm gonna finish.
I gotta buy a PS5. I gotta get a fucking console so I can play this game.
Till then, watch my gameplay. I'm gonna be doing gameplay on it. So.
Oh yeah, shout out. You know.
I need to reinstall Uncharted just to finish those games before that game.
Yeah, I'm excited.
My brother realized that we don't have the fucking memory storage for Call of Duty. Any Call of Duty game that we had, and we bought a lot of shit on the PS4, like cosmetics and everything, like laser beams and all that on our guns. We gave it to Oscar because he wanted a PS4, we had a PS5, so it was like, yeah, we're done, biggie. 2 days later, it's like, if we get Call of Duty, do we get our shit? I'm like, no. I have to start over on some of my games. He's like, fuck. Well, I didn't think about that. I got like a Homelander skin on my gun I was very happy about, and now that's gone, and Oscar probably deleted it. Because he doesn't play those games. I'm both like, shit. I got a lot of awesome guns. Like, I named one of my guns after freaking one of the blue lanterns because it shot blue lasers. Now that's gone.
Oh my god.
I didn't think about that.
That's how I felt when I gave away my Xbox 360 and all my old game. Because now I'm looking back on it and I'm like, man, I really want to replay those games now. So. A couple years ago, I literally bought an old 360 on eBay, and I've since then been collecting my old collection.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So I have almost all the Spider-Man games I've had growing up: Shattered Dimensions, I'm Missing Edge of Time, Spider-Man 3, Friend or Foe, even the classic kid one, which I love. That was loosely canon to Tobey's universe. So it's one of those things where I just really do miss it. And I've been searching for the TMNT game as well. That's one of them.
I have it on my PC.
Of course you do. I have X-Men Origins Wolverine as well. Replaying that one was so fun to do.
I've always wanted to play that fucking game.
You never got to play
I
X-Men
never
Origins
got to play the game.
Man, dude.
I wanted to play it.
I seen you have Deadpool still. I love that game.
That's a good game.
That game was so good.
I just love Nolan North entirely.
So funny.
Such a W character. I don't even like saying that either. I hate that
such a W character.
Why did I fucking
such a W character.
And now that's on the video.
I feel sick to my stomach just saying that.
So when you're editing this, just know at some point
it's gonna be on record now.
And I'm gonna have to like cut through it like and shit.
Just so everyone knows, Jason uses slang off stream.
I don't always do that. I really don't always say that shit, but
bro was using slay. No, I'm joking.
Slay. No.
Slay. He was like, yes, queen. I was like, oh yeah, you do your thing, girl. Do your thing, 21. Do your thing, 21.
I don't want to get into Drake and shit. No. Because his album was questionable. But I just re-listened to it too last night while working.
His last one or
For All the Dogs? Yeah.
It's a rough listen. To be honest with you, it's a rough listen. I had to really shuffle the album to see if I can get like a
listened to it on shuffle. I didn't like it.
I was like,
it does have like, how many did I say? Like 4 or 5, but
it has a few bops. Me personally, it does have a few bops because I am
even the J. Cole one wasn't that good. If I'm being honest, Cole carried.
Drake carried.
Cole carried.
I'm not a big fan of Cole.
All I know is it's no LMAO from 2012.
LMFAO, bro.
LMFAO,
Come on.
Beyond its time.
That shit was 10 years ago and you still don't know how to sing.
Damn.
Come on, bro.
Every day I'm shuffling.
I still have the Vans. I still have my shoes, bro. I still have the shirt. I still have the bracelet.
Bro, you're all in that fucking group.
I always have my arrows with all my artists, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's just like a weird thing.
You guys ever heard of a gay snake? You ever know what it is?
Is that what you call your dick?
No, it goes. No, every now and then at the restaurant, I just hear it goes, yes.
No.
It's a stupid. It's a stupid ass joke.
Nope. Well, on that note, back to our
Jeez.
sponsor.
Jeez Louise. And shout out to Refreshy for sponsoring this
I
episode.
finished mine.
Yeah, right. I wish. Fucking pay me. Shit. I'm not even getting paid for these videos yet.
It's like, come on, YouTube, where's the dime?
I'll just put on the ad with fucking Deacon. What was it? Bagels. There you go.
Bagels.
I told him this after watching Across the Spider-Verse. We were ahead of our time on the bagels ad. Had a huge tie-in for the movie.
It could have been something humongous.
It does a lot. It's very multiversal, guys. Be careful what you do with your bagels. It might just cause a multiversal catastrophe.
I don't know why.
man.
I'm kind of hoping for TGI Spideys to show up in the second game. I don't know why. I'm just kind of hoping that
That'd be
he
nice.
tried that.
Just took the idea from
The movie?
616B? No, 1610. That was Ultimate.
Yeah.
No, that was 616B. Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah, to whichever one you say. I don't know.
I'm very timeline heavy. I know about my timelines. Anyways, with that being said, we're already at an hour 10, and I'm going to call an episode on that. And man, this was a good one. This is a really
It was just us being stupid. Really.
Yeah, this is.
But we're really speaking though.
Oh, yeah.
We were really speaking about a lot of
That's
shit.
right.
What did we talk about? We fucking talked about movies,
kids should
horror
ask their
movies,
parents
kids
on
being
abortion.
murdered, how we heavily believe kids should be murdered in
How
movies,
he emphasizes the kid murdering, bro. Out of all the topics,
video
we
games,
discussed, he
video games.
emphasizes children. Oh my
In
god.
movies. In movies. Only in movies.
Oh shit.
In movies.
Yeah.
I say in movies.
Don't forget the jigsaw.
If I had to write out a
combos.
disclaimer, I will. Fuck. But yeah. So that being said, again, thank you guys for being understanding and sending your prayers and wishes for everything that happened for me last week. Just going through a rough time, and it feels good just being myself again around good people, that especially ones that I haven't seen in a long time, like you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed being a part of it as much as I did. Thank you guys for being a part of it.
Thank you so much for having me today.
I'm sorry
bro.
for the cookies.
Hey, next time we'll come through with the cookies. We'll come
Right.
through with the whole.
I'll make it up to you with McGriddles. They'll probably be cold, but
I'll take what I
make it
can
up to you.
get. A win is a win at this point. A win is a win.
Dubskis.
Can only go higher from here.
I love you guys. Thank you guys. And I love you guys. Leave a like if you really enjoyed it. Comment what you felt about my questionable decisions of what I've been saying in this episode. And share, please. We're almost at 200 subs. Almost at 200. I think I'm like 4 subs away from it.
Oh, really?
I
Make
think
sure
I'm
you
4
subscribe.
subs.
Subscribe to the
Subscribe,
brother.
guys.
Subscribe.
So once again, thank you guys for everything. Love you guys. And till the next episode, peace.